We have people commenting.
I'm pumped up.
Me too. Hey, everybody. If you notice that we're like a minute or two late, it's totally my fault. Welcome to the Stream Like a Boss show. I'm Tanya Smith of StreamLikeABoss.tv and the Get Noticed with Video website. So go to getnoticedwithvideo.com to find out more about us, or Stream Like a Boss TV to get connected and to know when we go live. I'm seeing some folks say hello. So look, before I even get to introduce him, let me go ahead and pop him up because I want him to see that there's some comments coming in. We got Dr. Efrain Lopez in the house. Y'all, this is going to be exciting. I love it because, first of all, we hit it off really well. Let me just go ahead and pop up some of these comments real quick because there's a lot. There are a lot of people coming in. Let me do this, and I'm going to
Nice.
fix this a little bit so we can make sure we get the full view. Okay, look. Hey, everyone. Sammy Starr in the house. Chris. Oh, my goodness. Marilyn says, hi, Dr. ELO.
Maryland,
Scott
what's up?
Benedict in the house. What's up? And Marcia. So, look. Okay, so for my old heads, they're probably like, why are you calling us old heads? I'm not going to say that. I'll say if you are used to being here, you've been to our show before, you know to put in hashtag OG and say, what's up? Say hello. And if this is your very first time watching our show, please put in hashtag newbie. I promise I'm going to go ahead and do the formal introduction of our guest, but I wanted to make sure he knew that love was already coming through the building. So, look, folks, the reason why we do this show is because I want to really help service providers to learn how to use live streaming, to embrace your face so that you can sell more of your services, stand out online, and really, goodness, serve more people. That's what it's all about. So, I have invited special guests, such as our wonderful, incredible guest, Dr. ELO, Dr. Efrain Lopez, so that we can just sit here and kind of talk a little bit about live streaming from his perspective. And I know we're going to geek out some. I just know it. So let me read to you just a little bit about his bio, and then I promise I'm going to bring him back on in just a second. Um, there's so much. You know, when you have a super long bio, Dr. Elo. Look, I'm just doing things a little differently today. So I'm going to pop you up anyway. When you have a
Yeah.
super long bio like you do, then I had to shorten it. Or else I'd
Good.
be reading for the whole entire show. But after I share a little bit about you professionally and personally, I also then want you to share the answer to our first question, which is what's not in the bio. So
Mm-hmm.
hold on, because I'm going to give you the real deal first, the official. So Dr. Elo previously worked as a moderator for Live Streaming Pros and is now an ambassador for Be Live. He live streams on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern on the Be Live platforms and also multi-streams on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Look, here's one of the reasons why I absolutely love Dr. Elo, and I've adopted him as my brother, even though he doesn't know this.
Oh, I know
But
now.
he knows now. You're going to learn today.
Back to you, sister.
He is a military veteran, near and dear to my heart. So, military veteran who has proudly served in the U.S. Coast Guard on active duty and as a reservist. Among his many accomplishments, and I'm only going to read a few because he's got plenty, but he's the president and CEO of Sustainable Management Solutions LLC, which is a service connected, disabled veteran, and minority owned business delivering change management solutions to small businesses, medium and major corporations. He's also the co-founder and past president of a nonprofit organization that promoted sustainability for the island of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. So I'm
That's right.
very excited to introduce you. Now, while I'm seeing all these comments coming in, I need to go ahead and do my short little really, really quick stinger video. And then we're going to pop right back in and get to meet Dr. ELO for real. And we got to ask him that question, what's not in the bio? And then we'll have your comments and questions popping up throughout. If you've got a specific question you want to make sure we don't miss, put a Q in front of it, a Q and a colon. And that way I can make sure to do a search so that we don't miss your question and we can get it answered. All right, y'all? So get your notepad and your pen ready and get your questions and comments ready and show some love to Dr. ELO. We'll be right back in just 2 seconds. All right, Dr. ELO in the house. Look,
What's
okay, so
going on?
did I do it justice? Did I do the bio justice?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I'm a very simple man. I've done a bunch of stuff, but I'm really simple. So
He's done
you
a
could
bunch of stuff.
you could have said Efrain Lopez is my good friend, and here it is, and he was happy as well. So hey, I get it. So thank you very much for having me on your show. I really appreciate. I admire your show as well, and you, of course. And now that we're brothers, brothers and sisters. So
We are siblings officially at this
indeed.
time. So tell us a little bit about, and I don't know why that is happening. I'm just having a moment. Today has been an interesting day. I don't
Yeah,
know if any of you have been dealing with tech issues, but you know what? We're going to roll with it because
it
I've
is
been
what it
having
is.
some,
Live streaming.
yeah, it's live stream. And that's what we're going to talk about. What's up, Marcello in the house? And I see an
Señor
OG here.
Marcello.
Marcello and Shannon and Kenyelle. Kenyelle is a newbie. So OG, yeah, well, it just
Original
stands.
gangster. You know
Well,
it.
he just said it. He just made sure that
Mm-mm-mm.
you know. So that's what it is. Newbie for this show. Chris, thank you and welcome for being here. I'm excited too,
Hi,
Scott.
Chris.
I'm excited too. I'm trying to roll
Uh,
through these and to make sure we see everybody. Gabe, the streaming tornado, is also going to be a special guest on our show coming up soon.
Gabe, you're gonna learn
Yes.
today. You're gonna learn today.
And then there's just a whole bunch of comments. So I will pop up the comment screen. But first, tell us what's not in the bio. What do we need to know about you that we don't know right now?
I'm a very good playing tennis player. I played college back when I was, not 42. But but yeah, basically I play tennis. I haven't played it for a while, which I'm getting back into somewhat of a form of tennis. I'm getting back into pickleball, so I'm
Hmm.
trying start playing that. I go to a club, fitness club with my wife and the kid. We just came from there, so they have pickleball and they have rock climbing. Of course, I'm not going to do rock climbing, so yeah, climbed enough rocks. So I went to Colorado Tech. So yeah, climbed enough walls. So I'm gonna do some pickleball and and just enjoy. But another thing that I do that our family does is we are world travelers. So we're counting the contents little by little. So
I
COVID
love
was
it.
hard for us,
Now,
staying in here.
what was your last trip? What's the last travel that you did?
I just came from Puerto Rico 30 days ago. I went to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, last month. So I
Okay.
stayed Puerto Rico like 20 days, 5 days at home. I mean, 20 days at home, 5 days at the Dominican Republic. Went to an all inclusive with the wife alone. Kids stayed with grandma. First time I've done that since he was born, so it was kind of fun. I
Oh,
felt totally weird out of the game. We're like, what are we doing? Do we lose? Do we drink? So
I
it
know.
was
It's crazy to
a
do things
total
without
disaster.
kids. It's crazy. You have to kind of get to know how to be with each other again, right?
Yeah, it was like, wow. So yeah,
Look,
it's fun.
I'm seeing some love around the tech issues. Gabe knows because we had
That's our
some with our
stuff
show
right
too.
there. That's what
That's
we
my
do.
dude. That's my dude right there. And look, Garen said, always tech issues. Yeah, those who are elite can fix the quickest.
Big shout
Awesome,
out on Micro
awesome.
Studio. Garen's
Awesome.
killing it with Micro Studio. So,
Good job, Garen. We have to hear more about that someday.
hmm
Yes. Okay, so let's dive in because I promised we were going to geek out a little bit. But before I get into that, I want to ask you, how did you get into live streaming? First of all, what about video? Because when I read through your bio, and I mean the
hmm
longer version, I was trying to figure out, so what intrigued him? Because I know you didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to do video today. So, what
not at
got
all.
you into the video game? Like, why did you start?
Well, I've been a follower of live streaming pros before they were live streaming pros, like Geek Beat when Luria was Callie Lewis and all that stuff. So I've been following them for years. And when they started the conversion to live streaming pros, I started going watching their streams every single day. They were streaming like 5 times a day, and I got chosen as a moderator, and boom, that's how it all started. I started doing Lita live every day in April and in August. Then I started moderating that. Then I started giving the accelerator program. I was doing. I don't know if at the time was named that, but we're doing some like some type of coaching that
Mm-hmm.
turned out to be the accelerator program right now, which is really amazing. So I ended up loving live streaming. I ended up starting really horribly bad. And before September 2020, I was doing, trying, doing what everybody does, just practicing, doing this, doing that. And all of a sudden, my wife told me, like, why do you have all this gear here? If you have all this gear, you better use it or sell it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, honey, I'm gonna start using it. And I started September 2020. I started streaming, and every single week I've stuck with it, week after week, and I've been growing little by little, and I love it. To be honest, I really love it. I love this interaction with the audience, and more than doing a video. Doing videos for me, I get bored. I'm not gonna lie. I got ADHD the whole way. Hey, Anna.
What's
So
up, Anna?
yeah, I just met her in person, people video, which was amazing.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, basically, I fell in love with live streaming thanks to the opportunity the live streaming pros provided me. I then worked with David Foster when and they split up, and then I ended up just working for Be Live as a consultant. So it's been a blessing, but it's all started with them. Started with Luria, basically. So
Just believing. Look, Gloria is somebody who really does bring a lot of people
oh yeah,
together, and she's so real. And
authentic, yeah,
what's
straight up.
yeah, and really everybody in the community that I've met over the last year, including you, I just there's such an ease in conversation. It feels like, hey, we've known each other for a long time.
That's the
Look,
same
when we
same way
had
I feel. Yep.
yeah, we had our coffee chat and it was like we just geeked out.
Yep, straight up, all the way. Like talking to somebody who just talked for years. It's like, yeah, let's
Yes.
talk about this. How about this? Oh, I love this.
And you know what? I honestly feel like that's the power of live streaming. Is that what drew you to actually doing live versus only pre-recorded or on demand? Some people call them VODs, video on demand, but
Yeah, the
what
VODs.
drew
Yeah,
you what do you love the most about live?
I think being live, I was me instead of trying to be somebody else in a video. Like you watch some videos and you see people change. Oh, that was me. I changed completely. Like I got robotic. I got like I got to stumble on my words. All right, let's start again. Let's do this. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah. So it was really different vibe. And when I'm live, I'm just me, and I'm just
Yeah.
authentic. I if I make mistakes,
Awkward.
I'll do it all over again. Stuff like that. I'm a person that makes lots of mistakes along the way. I've always made lots and lots and lots of mistakes, and I embrace it. I've coming from a military background as well. I've learned to just overcome every obstacle and keep on moving forward and not look back and don't care about it. To be honest, so I
Yeah.
think that when I'm doing live streaming, if stuff goes bad, well, guess what? It was gonna go bad eventually, so might as well just early than later. So
Mhm.
that's been me. I love the authenticity. I love talking real time. I love just letting my thoughts flow, and having a conversation with the audience, which is the most the how can I say it? This is the best feature for me of live stream.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Me too. And as far as engagement, because I saw this, hey, what's up? Enrique says,
Enrique, ¿qué pasó? ¿Todo bien, mi hermano? ¿Todo bien? Saludos.
all right, all right. I saw that note from Michelle. I can go down a rabbit hole on a live.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. That's why I use that outline and have it to the right somewhere so I can come back.
Let's talk a
ADHD,
little bit
baby.
about that. Let's talk about that outline. So, when you create an outline, because I always talk to my
Mhm.
clients and people that are in my community about not having something that you read, but having more of, like you said, an outline. So,
Yeah.
what does yours look like? How does that look for you when you're
Mine is
preparing?
just basically just a sentence with whatever topic I'm supposed to be talking about. I don't script it because I don't want to sound robotic. I don't want to
Yeah,
start reading unless it's a definition, unless it's like a bio that like you read, stuff like that.
yeah.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo soy bien. Muy bien. I'm bien too. So basically that's what I do. I have a line by line. I don't
Yeah,
have times neither because I know approximately how much time I'm going to take with it. And I don't want to limit myself of having only 5 minutes if I have a conversation with people that are
yeah,
interested in the topic. So just an outline, just a piece of paper. You can put in Google Notes, Apple
yeah,
Notes, whatever you want. Enumerate them from 1 to 10 and just go. You know, just an outline. The first things that I do have is before starting the live stream, like check your internet, your lighting, your framing is good, your colors are right,
hmm,
that your cell phone is off. Do you tell your family, like my 8-year-old, that he's right here with me? He knows he's outside the door. He knows daddy is streaming. So I have a
yeah,
hanger, one of those hanging things on the door that says streaming. So he knows, I try to check everything before that. And there's always stuff that comes up, like the fire alarm the other day. They were practicing while I was doing
Oh
my
no.
my live stream, a podcast. I'm like, and the podcaster was smart. She used it as tell us about that. How do you handle this? Like, I don't. I just keep on going. So,
Yeah, that's what we do. Look, that's what I
yeah,
had to do a couple of times already in this live tonight. I
yeah.
noticed my face was behind. This is, look,
Gabe's live last time. I watched you, and then it turned off. He went no
yes,
power, and then
I'm
started
telling
again.
you.
I jumped to watch you guys both times, so it's all good.
And the thing is that I think if you don't get hung up on the mistakes, it
Yeah,
turns out okay.
you
Look,
stress, and then you start sweating. It's like I make
yeah.
mistakes. Hi, I make mistakes.
I know. Hi, I'm a live streamer. Something's going to go
Exactly.
wrong.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
love it. I love it. Look, okay. So a question came in from Gabe that I want to go ahead and put
Yeah.
up. Even though it's a little out of order, it's okay. We're just flowing. The question is, what's your favorite live streaming software?
It's right. It's right here. It's right. It's Be Live. It's right here. It's right here.
Yes.
But
So
yeah.
Be Live is what he uses right now, because I always get this question. What I'm using,
Yeah.
in case anybody's wondering, is I'm using Ecamm Live.
Mm-hmm.
And Ecamm Live, I'm actually broadcasting paired up with Restream.
Correct.
So that's what we're
And don't
using
get it wrong.
tonight.
I use Ecamm Live as well as a virtual camera. So
Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. I'm scrolling through to make sure I didn't miss people because I love to acknowledge folks. Dan, what's up? Dan, the man in the house.
band the man.
And several of the folks in my community are veterans. Miss Marcia, wonderful
Thank you
lady,
for your service.
and retired Air Force, Miss Michelle. Good to see you, lady.
Thank you for your service.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, yes.
Love it.
And then we have some Be Live users as well that are
There
in
we
here in
go.
the house. So, yeah, I don't think you can go wrong today with the live
Yeah.
streaming software that's available, right? I mean, there's all kinds of
All kinds.
choices that you can make. What's your favorite thing about Be Live software? So you can give
They
a plug.
pivoted into Amazon Live. So right now they're the only ones that can bring a celebration when somebody follows you on Amazon Live. It comes on screen. Then you have comments pulled from Amazon Live. You can pull comments into your screen as well. And
Yep.
the most favorite thing that they have right now is that They take your carousel, they download it into their sales feature, and you can actually share all of your sales stuff, like the picture, the price, and everything on screen with people that's outside of Amazon Live. So if you're
Yes.
doing YouTube or you're doing LinkedIn or Facebook, you can actually show them the product. And once you show it, there's a link that goes directly into the comments so people can just click to Amazon and buy it. That's just superb.
It's slick. I do have Be
Yeah.
Live as well, and I tested that out, and it did work like a charm.
Hmm.
It's just me. I need to be more consistent, which I'm working on
Hey,
with Amazon Live selling. But that
nobody's
feature,
consistent with Amazon Live because you know what? They don't follow schedules, to be very honest. Whenever you go live, I'm one that I go live when I feel like it, to be very honest, to Amazon.
yeah.
Now, on YouTube and all the platforms, in LinkedIn, yeah, I need to go consistent.
Yes. Talk to me about your consistency because you have a schedule that I kind of shared with the people.
Yeah.
So tell me how you came upon deciding what your flow or what your schedule would look like for you. What realistically did you have to decide in order to choose those dates and time?
To be very brutally honest, I am a family man. So for me, it was out of the rule, out of bounds to stream on the weekends. I
Yeah.
dedicate my Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday to my family, explicitly to them. And we love to travel, go out to dinner. We can do that. I'll take the kid to whatever he desires that day. He wants to go jump, which I love when he jumps. Just get him out of the iPad. So I do that first, right? So then I decided, all right, I can't be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Then you have Mondays. There's a lot of days that are federal holidays. I'm a federal employee as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna be Monday. So it turned out that Tuesday and Wednesday was the days. So Tuesdays I do my Be Live sponsored show at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then on
Hmm.
Wednesdays, mostly on Wednesdays. Not this week though. I have a medical appointment tomorrow, which I can change. But I do 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel and LinkedIn and everything. So that's how I chose my days. I
Yeah.
prioritize. I understand that my career is a federal career. This is somewhat a second job,
Hmm.
not a hobby. It's still bringing me in, money,
Yeah.
but the most money that brings me is the federal government, which I've been almost 20 years in there. I'm gonna finish collect my pay when I get retired and everything. The military is another part-time job that I have, and this one. So I had to prioritize between everything, but always family first. Always.
Look, there's something I really want to pull out of what you just said because I think this is interesting. I think sometimes people get caught up in, well, let me see when the audience is going to be on, and I'm going to try to squeeze myself into this bottle and make sure that I fit,
You
you know,
can,
bec-
if you have the time, but
yes, but sometimes realistically, and that's exactly why I asked you because I know that similar to me, you're juggling a lot of different priorities. And
yeah,
so the key word being priority, like in
always.
your life, and this is what, especially for those of you who are new to live streaming, if you're questioning, well, how do I make this work? And, so and so said I need to be on at 11 a.m. every Tuesday. If that doesn't fit your life for real, then you need to really look at what are your priorities and how can you design a schedule that's going to fit you, but also fit the
Yeah.
audience that you're trying to work with.
Sometimes I do
Yeah.
Amazon Live on a Saturday when they're sleeping, 8 in the morning. I'll do an
Right.
hour, and then you go. You gotta sacrifice. Yeah, you gotta do it like that way. You don't want to get your family. You don't want to leave your family for doing streaming and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
there's moments that will happen, and you will have to excuse yourself, and you have a client, or I'm going to people video like I did.
Hmm.
That I took 2 days out of their schedule and stuff, and I had to take 2 days out of my schedule from work, which is totally fine. But don't make it, the rule of the house. No,
Yeah.
I'm doing this. No, I want to see my kid grow. Nope, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's all about priorities. And the thing I do
Yeah,
love about live streaming is that you can make it your own. So don't ever feel like you have to be put into some type of box in order to make this thing work. It
No.
can really be such a beautiful thing when you can just find that happy place and you can do live and have fun doing it and not feel like it is another job,
And you're
even
never
though
too
could
busy.
be.
You're never too busy, to be very honest. You got to organize yourself and you'll make things happen. I make things happen. I want to be busy. I don't know. This is the way that I am, but I need to be busy. If not, what am I going to do? Watch, Netflix? I can watch Netflix, but you guess what I'm doing with the series right now? I take a Sunday and start at 4 o'clock in the morning, all the way down to 10 p.m. and finish a whole series. That's the way
Wow.
that I like to do it because it's more effective, and instead of waiting every single week for something.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Look, if anybody has questions, if you have questions or comments, or you're like, yeah, what I'm hearing is it makes total sense. This is how I want to work with my
Mhm.
own live stream. Please put it in the comments and let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. We're looking for them. I think there was another question that I'm going to be popping up here shortly, but first I want to ask a question about roadblocks. So, as you were getting yourself into the video game, so you were working with Loria, you were starting with Be Live, all these things were happening. What were some of the things that became obstacles for you that you had to overcome?
Speaking, public speaking. I can speak to 1,000 persons in person. For some reason, speaking to this lens right here killed me. I couldn't speak to it. So I started practicing. And you guys got to remember too that since the pandemic, 2019, everybody has been live streaming on their iPhone, on MS Teams, on Zoom. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody has been practicing. You have that practice for free. You know, people sometimes when they start, they forget that they have the experience already. It's like talking to I don't know, to your brother or to your cousin, to your friend on FaceTime. It's the same thing. You want to be centered. You want to looking at the person. There's all those things you've already learned them. They're in the back, in your conscience somewhere around here, in the back, good part of the brain. It's in there. So basically, what the worst part for me was learning how to speak to the lens, learning how to speak to nobody but everybody at the same time,
Yeah.
and to forget about I'm talking to 1,000 people. No, you're not. If you're starting, you're talking to five, one,
Yep.
maybe nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Just start. Who cares? Right now, I could care less if I talk to 1,000 people or talk to one. My enthusiasm, my rhetoric, everything from me is gonna be exactly the same
Yeah.
because I'm pulling, I'm doing something that I love, and if you love something, it comes out naturally. So
That is so
that's
true.
it.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Look, I got to show you some love on that one.
Woo! Love it.
Yes, yes, because I think that sometimes people get into an occupation or into a space that they think they have to be. And I hope that's the point
Oh,
of this show that you're
yeah,
learning and understanding from listening to all the guests that have been here is that we're talking about doing something with passion and with enthusiasm, you said, right?
yeah.
When you
You have
don't
to be,
have that, yeah, it shows up on camera, doesn't it?
it
Like it gets
does. It does.
magnified. You can't do this unless you really enjoy it and have fun. You can, but that same lack of enthusiasm is going to show up as well. So I
You can
love it.
sweat through it. You can sweat through it. I sweat bullets through
Yeah.
it until I finally felt comfortable. And the only way to feel comfortable is with iteration, repetition, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
You have to do the work. That's it.
What advice would you give somebody who's new to going live? What's some words of wisdom that you could share with someone?
Take advantage of live every day in August and live every day in April. Take advantage of other stuff that makes you do work in the video space, like Vita video every day in April, stuff like that that
Mhm.
helps you out. Take some consulting from somebody if you're in the middle of December and you can't find anybody to talk to. Go live privately and share those links with some people so they can actually watch you live. and get used to, because this is muscle memory. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You will get used to it, and you will start talking. And just remember that you're not talking to thousands of people. You know how much time does it take to you gain an audience of thousands of people? And you can be 10 years,
Yep.
or you can be a one-hit wonder and get it, singing TikToks and stuff like that. But
Okay.
it's all a matter of that.
Look,
It's
speaking of TikTok, let me ask you. So,
Mhm.
are you doing TikTok and Reels and all of that stuff? Is that your jam?
I don't feel it. Like the TikToks, it's just it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
But I do reels though. I do reels and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But yeah, TikToks, I don't know. It's the thing is that I'm the deputy of a federal office down in downtown
Oh,
DC. Yeah, I don't feel like it
he's
shouldn't
like, I don't
be.
want anybody catching me on camera
Yeah, I
dancing.
know, right? Trying to steal my moves. No,
I love it. Let's geek out. Let's talk
let's
about
do it.
gear. So, I know this is your happy place
I got a new one.
because I knew you
I
were going to
just
do
got
it.
it. I just
Okay.
got it.
So, what is this? Tell me what this is. I'm going to try to put you on big screen because I want to make sure.
This is the GoPro Hero 11 Creator
Ooh.
edition. So it has this microphone. It has this little light right here. Take it
Ooh.
out, and this is a battery as well. This thing is a battery.
Is it
So
really?
yeah, and it's waterproof. It has all kinds of stuff, and I can't open it, but yeah, it's new.
So, does it
So
have like a little, oh, it does, legs.
yeah, it's a little leg, and it has a quarter inch right here, so you can put it in a. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's really
Now,
good
this is a
camera.
GoPro what again? Say that again.
GoPro Hero 11
Sweet.
black, yeah, creator edition, and then it has this, so it has the you can control it from there. So for
Oh,
vlogs and
wow.
stuff and streaming outside, this is, and it streams to individual platforms as well with Wi-Fi. It's ridiculous.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, so how do you find all this stuff? Because you're always finding stuff. The last time I talked
Thanks,
to you,
Tom Buck. Yeah, thank you. Because
ah,
I saw your damn video, and I ended up upgrading from the 7 to the 11. Tom Buck, calling you out. Thank you.
mm, so that's on you, Tom. That's on you. So when you last talked to me, you were talking about an Insta 360.
Yeah, I have it right here.
How many cameras do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cameras. Yeah, that's too much.
So why?
I don't know. I love cameras.
It's just okay. So
No,
so we're not.
I actually been I do testing with them as well, do videos, do live streams with them. So, and I've been upgrading. Like this is the Elgato face cam as well. I got it right here. So this one, I bought it because of the for work actually, so I can use it for
Okay.
work, and all the settings you can put in here, so I can look better at work. This Dell computer from work, it looks horrible. So I needed to buy something that my speed at least, and I bought it and it looks great when I work. So the Insta 360 is just PTC camera, so that's pan, tilt, and zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So I never had that one of those before. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time to buy a one. So I just bought it. And then the Zero 07. I always upgrade cameras and stuff, but the ones that I have, like I got a Brio in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I still have that one. I should have sold it a long time ago, but it's still
Look,
there.
Scott says he has a 360 and Insta 360 link camera too, and also
Yeah,
has a camera
me and
addiction.
you, brother. Me and you, brother. Thank you. I love identifying. That's what's up.
And Michelle said cameras are your candy. That's your
It is. It
candy.
is my
That's your
candy. Yeah,
thing.
and microphones too. So yeah, that thing. So
Okay, tell me about microphones. What's your latest mic?
actually, the latest mic that I have was I won it. I didn't buy it. The pod mic.
Oh
I haven't
yeah.
had this one. That was Gabe actually. Gabe did a giveaway, and
Mm-hmm.
I answered the question and got it.
Sweet.
Now
Gabe is giving
my
away.
favorite one, this one right here, MB7 with purple.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is it. And the one that
Yep.
I'm using is NT5 is a Rode NT5 is a pencil mic. So look at this little thing. It's really small. Really,
Ooh,
really
that's
small.
teeny tiny.
Yeah, so
Wow.
this is a pencil mic and it sounds amazing and it does not have to be on camera to sound amazing. So that's part of
That's
it.
pretty slick. So look,
I got more,
um,
but I don't know where they're at. So they're around.
Michelle says, I've been using a cordless lavalier lately. I like the freedom.
Don't tell me about lavaliers. I got like 7 or 8, but they're all they have been gifted to me, and I have them for I've done videos for it. So basically,
Yeah,
they're for reviews. I
that's
don't like lav
awesome.
mics too much for some
Tell me
reason.
why not? What's the difference for you?
Well, the wireless, I feel like I shouldn't be using wireless in this. I'm proximity to the camera. I already
Yeah.
have microphones that sound good. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's necessary, but um, when I'm out, I think obviously they work perfectly fine if they're
Yeah.
wireless. Now the cable ones, it just drives me nuts. I don't know. It's just I can't do the cable stuff. I just can't
Yeah.
do it. Even though I do have cable headphones and stuff, but cable like lavaliers and stuff, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
they just make
What?
me nervous. I don't know.
Because you just like what get caught up in them, or what's the?
Yeah, it's and their cables are the ones that I've been given. The cables are long. Like
Yeah,
here's 6 meters. 6 meters, that's 18 feet
that's super
of
long.
cable. I don't need that. So even though I do have a lav mic for in my backpack, as last minute, like if I were to Puerto Rico and didn't bring my stuff like I did last time, I did a live
Mm-hmm.
stream with the lav mic, and
Mm-hmm.
I used the Mac camera, and I used a window with a lot of light. It looked great and it sounded great. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically I have it as a backup of a backup of a backup just in case.
So when you're out and about and you're doing videos, because I saw, okay, the first item that you showed us, tell us what that is again. The
The
brand new
GoPro,
one with all, yeah, the GoPro. So do
the
you
GoPro.
plan on taking this? Is this your portable live streaming kit here, all in one?
Yeah, basically, this is the
I
live
love
streaming
it.
kit if I wanted to go. So it has everything I need, and it's just I don't know. It's sporty. You can use it for bicycles, for cycling, for whatever you want. I will be implementing blogs into my live streaming as well. Hey, Coasty. Hey, G. What's up? So, oh, thank you, dude. See what my son did?
Aw, that's awesome.
Thank you, bro. I love you.
Bringing ice cream into the set. Yes. Yes, yes. I want a son like yours. So my girls would never
Oh,
bring
God.
me ice cream.
Girl, so you're watching. It's your turn. Oh, God.
Marcello says GoPros are so neat.
They're neat. Yeah.
I've never messed with that, but I think I might be now. I might be getting
It's
that
my
one because
third.
it
It's my
looks.
third GoPro. Yeah, it's my third one, and they're waterproof as well, so you can put them under the water. You can do. Hey, Sai, what's up? Little Elo's around.
Look, Michelle said you can't eat the ice cream. You still got to talk.
Huh?
Watch.
Huh? What you
I
said?
know, right? I know. We got questions. No, I need to take a lick real quick at this ice cream.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
So what? Let's see. They know how much you like Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
Marcella.
you know. That's why I got
That's
this
awesome.
right here.
Lord, we all don't we all don't we all?
A
Let's
happy way. I
see.
love it.
So Osmo, Scott, I don't know about this one. So Insta 360 1R and an
Osmo Action
Osmo.
Cam. Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about that? What's the Osmo? Tell us
I
about
haven't
that
had
one.
the opportunity yet to try the Osmo. I've heard they're really good and they really have good price. Other than that, I haven't even held one in my hand.
Okay.
I've held the Insta 360. They're phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
but the fisheye effect, I'm not in love with it.
Okay.
So And there's other cameras that my friends have, but I've always been GoPro for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, GoPro is like the Apple of action cameras for me, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it's cute. I
Yeah,
thought it was cute. Here's a question. Love how comfortable you are. How do you get there?
iteration, practicing a lot. I started in 2020, in September 2020, and I kept on going with it really easy. And just you got to think that you're just having a conversation. You're not in the middle of a thousand-person conference naked. No, you're not. That doesn't happen. So you're
Yeah.
home. You're home. You're comfortable. You're talking on the couch with a friend. That's what you're doing. So you got
Yeah.
to put your mindset to it, and remember that you have lots of practice during this pandemic. A lot. So hey,
She
and I'm an
says,
ambivert. I'm an ambivert. I'm both.
yeah.
Sometimes I can be really an introvert, and sometimes I'm just like can't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And good, my kid's just like that, which he behaves in places he needs to, and then places he just starts asking questions. And I look at him like, and my wife's just like, "That's you."
He's so you.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So Michelle asked, what does practice look like for you? When you say practice, what does that mean?
Practice is getting in front of a camera and start talking. Start talking, even if you
Yep.
film yourself or if you are phoning a friend for practice, even if you get Tanya or myself for as consultants, so we can actually practice with you on a Zoom call and tell you how are things done,
Yep.
how are you able to look at the camera, look at the lens, and just forget, space out about everything, and just concentrate in whatever you have to talk about? So this is a conversation. This is nothing else than a conversation with a piece of glass or a piece of metal.
Yeah.
You're having a conversation. That's it. You
Yeah.
don't need to worry about what other people think about you because that's their opinion. You don't need to think about that.
And one thing relative to practice, and I'm going to pull up the comments, and it keeps moving
Sorry,
on me. What is
sorry.
happening today? It keeps moving. One of the things that I want to do is say this in regards to the whole practice. It's not just about those formal times when you're practicing too. It's also about he can't eat. It's also about those times when you're on a Zoom call, a conference call, you're invited to a meeting. Anytime, any chance you get, because what I see people do, and you tell me if you're seeing this too, Dr. Elo, what I see people do is any chance they get, they try not to be on camera.
Yeah,
When I
everybody
first
at work.
started, yeah, exactly. So when I was trying to really kind of get into the game of doing live, my goal was, okay, I'm just going to pop the video on, even if I'm not ready, even if it's, just any opportunity for me to get on video.
Yeah,
Let me get my face on there so I can get comfortable in being in the space of being on camera.
it's the only
Even,
way. You don't get born with your face on camera. You gotta get used to it, and the only way is practicing.
yeah,
That's basically what it is. There's nothing else. There's nothing else like practice and
yep,
exposure. That's why I've always valued people who have experience over education, and I have a doctor's degree, and I still
yep,
value more of people that have the experience because experience matters a lot more than a piece of paper. So
yeah.
for me, practice, 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 and you'll get over it in time. Believe me. My wife told me like at first, she's like, "Yeah, man, you were freaking just stuttering, and all of a sudden you don't shut up." It's like, "Yep, exactly."
That is so fun. Look, okay, so let's pop this up because this looks like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. That's right. That's where we find you. Ask Dr. Elo, LinkedIn,
that's
YouTube.
that's the Nightbot. The Nightbot works great.
Nightbot is working. Nightbot is working. So tell me about this Nightbot. And I love Shannon pointed out what you said, experience over
Yeah,
education.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the Nightbot is application. You go to nightbot.com and go in there, and you can put automatic things like this that come every 15, 10,
Sweet.
25 minutes. And basically, it's helping you moderate as well So I have a bunch of keywords in there that people can't say on my chat. Oh, look, mom, Margarita Lopez.
Is this mom?
Love you too. Yeah, that's mom.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Hi, mom.
Besos. Bendición.
Look, if you haven't learned anything else about Dr. Elo, just know that
Always first.
family is a
Always.
priority.
Yeah.
And I'm loving that because we don't always hear people say that when they're talking about business, right?
I could care
Yeah.
less about business. This is family first. That's it.
Hey, what's up, EP?
Hey, Sai.
Awesome. Look, I want you all to ask questions. If you have questions, if there's anything you want to know right now. Look, oh, she was saying, hi, Elo's mom. I can't type tonight. It's all good. Look, everything
That's
has
funny.
been going crazy tonight, so it's all good.
It's
We get
all
it.
good.
We get it. We get it. We're still rolling along, even in spite of some of the little hiccups that have happened. That's what we do. If you've got questions, pop them in. If there's anything that you want to know about live streaming, because let me talk about this real quick before it's almost time to wrap. How did you get into this whole helping you get more comfortable around live streaming? Why was that the plane you landed for live?
My experience throughout the process of learning. I want to make sure that people had more tips and tricks of how to do it better and easier. So it was all a matter of basically I had to do all of this. So I want to show people easier way of how to get more comfortable with live streaming, and just came out. That wasn't planned. It just came out. Get more comfortable with live streaming. It's like, this sounds like a tagline. So it worked. It worked, and actually, that's what I love to do. I love to help people out and show them better ways than just struggling like I did, because I
Yeah.
struggled. I struggled
Yeah.
a lot, but
A
it's part
lot
of the
of
process.
us have struggled. Those of us, look, you're not going to not struggle. There's nobody who's going to pop in here and it's going to be like super easy. At least unless you have a background in media.
Even if you come from television,
Which,
it's not the same thing. You're not talking to TV. It's not the same thing. It's different. It's different,
yeah,
and it's not in an environment where there's 7 cameras and directors and this
yeah.
and that. No, it's here in your home, and you have to be you,
You are the
because
director.
if you're not you, who are you? You're impersonating somebody else. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to be you. That's the only way to do it.
I want to try to recap a couple of things that I heard from you tonight. One, I heard that when you're trying to decide on what you think your schedule should be for live streaming, really sit down, dig deep, and think about realistically what's important to me first.
Yeah,
I heard
family
that.
first.
I heard that your script is really just a simple, very skeletal outline to keep you on track.
Yep, ADHD.
I heard that you're addicted to cameras and mics.
Yep,
So
sure am.
that's not an addiction everybody should adopt, but
Don't do it. Don't do it. Once you start, it's kind of hard to stop. So yeah.
But you can also learn from people like Dr. Elo and myself and others that have happened to be in this room right now. You can learn from folks about the potential for an item of gear that might be right for you depending on what you're
Yeah.
trying to do. Because I just learned about the GoPro tonight. And I had a question that had come in about that. So now I can share, hey, watch Dr. Elo and look at his little quick demo.
And I can do anything. I can do demos for people who are starting with your cell phone, and people who want to have the utmost more technological setups and stuff. So, and
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why I have every single camera all the way from the bottom all the way to the top.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. And
And that's the
that's
reason
that's
why I
not
have
that's not the only reason. That's the second reason.
the first reason is he's really addicted to gear.
That's
That's the first.
that's the one I tell my wife. Just don't. If you're watching, honey, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Mom might tell.
Hey,
She might
she's
tell on
coming.
you.
She's coming next Saturday. So yeah.
She might tell on you. But look, I
All
also
good.
think that this is one of the reasons why I have almost every streaming platform out there, because we want to get to know the ins and outs so that we can answer the questions when the questions come in, right? So
Yeah.
it does make sense for us, but not necessarily for you to start live streaming and then go out and buy 10 cameras. So don't take
No.
that away from this
All
video.
you need is a $30 maximum lav mic or one of this whatever other mic. I don't can't remember the Fifine or Fifine. I don't know which one on both you say. There's a $30 mic that they sell, which is a
Oh,
condenser mic.
I've seen some people with that.
I've had it. I've had that mic. I tried it and I gave it to a subscriber. And $30.
Yeah.
And then all you need is a webcam, a cheap webcam, or use your cell phone and place yourself in front of the camera, in front of the camera, of course, but in front of a window and let that light in during the day. Try to do your live streams during the day. That's all you need to start. Even sometimes you don't even need that. If you're doing Instagram, all you need is your cell phone and just start doing reels or
Yeah.
videos, whatever you want to do, or TikToks, or this, whatever you want to do. Just start. Just start. Everybody starts ugly. I started fugly as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody starts ugly, and with time, they start making small 1% perfections little by little
Yeah,
until you get it.
that's right.
1% every day. That's all you need to get better at. That
Look, we
1%
have
is
this.
1% more.
G is asking this question. I know you kind of answered it a little bit earlier, but so do you script briefly before going live and
No,
not winging it? Yep. Or maybe
nope.
she was
I go not
recapping. That's
not
what you
not
said.
briefly. Not briefly. I actually have my stuff done 2 or 3 days in advance so I can sit on it. So I can that outline sits with me, and if there's something that's not gonna work or doesn't sound
Yeah.
right, I change it. So do it like
Yeah.
3 days before so you can have time to sleep on it, and then, make the changes you need to do and have that outline ready. Just put it in a piece of paper with the tape right here on the side. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or right here below the lens.
Mm-hmm.
Tape it. And you have it there. You look and keep on looking. That's it. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. I've always told people to get those sticky notes
Yeah. It's
and
just
just
sticky
have
notes. I had to get
one.
rid of them. I had problems with them. I had sticky notes everywhere. So yeah, I stopped that. Stop that addiction. I
I use an app called Workflowy now, because it's an
Yeah.
outliner tool, and that's my favorite way to do it.
I
But
use ClickUp,
yeah.
but I upgraded to ClickUp little by little from Apple Notes. Now I
Mm,
use ClickUp, which is project management software, which that's what I do in my everyday, work, project management
mm-hmm.
for environmental. And now I use that software, and I have like everything done all the way to like 6 months from now. All the topics and everything, they're there. So I just look. All right, this is what I'm going to do today. Cool, and
So
I
look,
already
he's a
have my
pro.
script and everything.
He's a pro
Got to do it
pro.
that way. If you
He's
have
a
if
pro.
you have a family, you have to do it that way.
You figure out those things based on your particular circumstances that work
Yeah.
best for you, right? So I
Hmm.
also know there are people, I have probably 50-50 in my community. 50% of the folks that are planners, and the other 50% that are like, hey, I just like to go for it when I feel inspired. And I
And
get
you
it.
can.
You can do it either way. And in fact, it's probably good to have a mix of both when
Yeah.
you're doing live because,
I change stuff all the time. It's not
yeah,
it's normal, but
yeah.
more of a planner.
So we're going to put up your website, sir. I want to
Awesome.
make sure that people know how to find you. So can you just say for me real quick what your website link
Yeah.
is?
So it's www.askdrelo, as you see it right there on screen.com. And you have my about, my subscribe. If you want to subscribe on YouTube, follow me. You can book an appointment there. My contact info goes to a full page of all of my websites, and if you scroll down, it has more information is there as well. So it has a bunch of stuff. Real easy. I wanted to make a one-stop shop for my information, and that's where you get it.
Love it, love it. So if you want to learn more about Dr. ELO Definitely check out his website, and all his socials will be there as well. Now, Shannon's asking about ClickUp.
Click up,
So
click
let
up.
me make sure. Yep, it's ClickUp,
Correct.
CLICKUP.com, Shannon. Yep, ClickUp.
Amazing. It's amazing.
So,
Click up.
any last words of wisdom you want to share with the folks before we get ready to wrap?
If for Shannon, if you want to do ClickUp, you can go online and check for Ask Evie. Ask Evie, and she'll have all the beginnings of how to start ClickUp. She's my ClickUp teacher. So you want to start with ClickUp, that's the way. And another thing, I also do Amazon Live, so you can check me out at Dr. ELO over there. It's in the website as well, where I have my website. All my information is there. I do occasionally Amazon Lives, so that means it's not constant, but it's not that far away neither. And of course, I have a new camera right now, so I'm going to be selling that one soon. So yeah.
Of course you do. Goodness. I'm going to be checking out your Amazon too because I want to make sure that I am able to go and stay up to date on the latest and greatest gear.
That's the future. Live sales.
Yes.
That's part. That's a component. That's one of the four pillars of live streaming. It's one of them is live sales.
Yeah,
Definitely.
well, I'm going to have you come back so we can really dive into that because
Anytime.
that is monetization. People are looking for ways. If I'm going to put effort and time into doing any type of media, how do I monetize that and make sure that I'm getting the return on investment? And I know that live selling has become a beast. It is something that
Yes.
is not going away.
And you
It's
have an
like,
open invite to my channel anytime you want. So and also to Be Live channel. So I want to introduce you to the Be Live people. So I'll be reaching out to
sweet.
you as well. So anytime.
Awesome. Awesome, Dr. Elo. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for all you continue to do in your role, in all your different roles, because you're wearing a lot of hats, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And I hope that you go and you enjoy that ice cream that's probably melted at this point.
No, my wife took it. It's in the freezer right now. So
Okay, good.
she started laughing. It's like, why did he bring it? It's like, it's my son. He wanted to say subscribe and like. So yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. Don't forget to go find Dr. Elo over here at AskDrElo.com and learn more about what he does. Get in touch, be a part of his community. We love getting a chance to bring on amazing people. Thank you so much. Thumbs up over here from,
Thank you,
yes,
Sai.
in YouTube. Thank you so much. And Shannon, thanks for visiting and seeing and watching. Everybody who was here, we appreciate you being here. And thank you for showing
Indeed.
love to Dr. Elo. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up. Chris, thank you for coming. Love it, love it, love it. If
Goodbye,
any
everybody. Goodbye.
so hilarious. Holy moly. Look, if you still have questions about anything we talked about or something we didn't cover and you want to leave it in the comments, I promise I'll come back and check the comments and acknowledge you. And if there's something I need to forward on to Dr. Elo, I promise I will do that as well. Look, I'm loving this Nightbot that he's programmed.
I see
I'm
that?
going
Like
to have
Canva
to
and
go.
everything.
Yeah, I'm getting the Nightbot.
It's free.
Trust. It's
It's
the
free.
bomb. I love it. So I'm getting the Nightbot. All right, folks. Wave bye to Dr. Elo. I'm going to close us out real quick and just remind you that we are on live typically on Thursdays, but this week and last week we had to switch it up a bit to Tuesday because we have some conflicts and some things that have been coming up. I always appreciate you coming by. If you don't already like, follow, and subscribe, be sure to do so. You can go to streamlikeaboss.tv and find your favorite social channel. And I'm going to be there with a live or a replay of a live. So definitely go and check us out. We love to get your questions and your thoughts. So if you've got a question you want us to answer in one of our next lives, make sure you leave it for us. And also, look, let me put a note here because I got a pub. Schedule a consult if you need to with Dr. Elo at Calendly. I'm loving this Nightbot. It's like all promo all the time, but this is what we do. I mean, we are not just doing this because it's a love and a passion and a hobby, but it's also because it is a sustainable part of marketing your business when you do live stream. So I want you to fall in love with it, just like you've seen so many of my guests come on and talk about how passionate and enthusiastic they are about doing lives. That's why I do this show every week, because I want you to fall in love with it and see how you can leverage it for your own business to really, again, stand out online, serve more people, and sell more of your services. So definitely get into the game, y'all. And we will see you next time in the next stream.